Hi guys, this week's video is an easel card. We've made them in the past. I just thought it was time we made some on video. So here's the first one I did, and the inside and the stopper. So we'll make one together. And I'm making a black and white one. So what I did was make the base card is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then scored at 2 3/4, the halfway. And that's your base for your easel card. Then the front, I've got wait a minute, let me do this. Okay, I did a 4 by 5 1/4 mat, and then I did a 3 3/4 by 5 mat, and we'll put those together. Excuse me, I haven't talked yet this morning. Yeah, I thought so. That's out of glue. Now if I can do a brand new one without making a puddle. There's that. Now when you put this on your base, you're only going to put it on the front edge. So I put glue on that and then line this up. Note, for my layers, I apologize. My first mat is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and the top layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And that's where you get that. And then that's how you have your easel. Now you need a stopper. So I'm going to put my mat inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4. That's just like a regular card. And then I've got, excuse me, I've got the stopper, which is, let's see, I think I did it this way. Yeah. And you can do almost anything for a stopper as long as you 3D it, so that you can tuck your front behind it. So on this one, I've used rectangles. Whoops, forgot. Make sure it's in there. There. And then I've got some decoration I cut from the side, and I want to put that stopper, leave enough room, so I'm going to glue this in first. So I'm going to put this right on the edge. I cut it from the edge, and I'm going to put it on the edge like so. So then my stopper goes on top of that so it doesn't there's my stopper. So that's how you put this in there. And see, it will stop it right there and your image will show. And then for the outside decoration, I just cut an oval shape. And again, I cut some flowers from the black and white cardstock. And we're going to put that down there. Make sure I get all my glue off there. And then you could 3D this, or you could put it flat. And then I centered it right on the front. And there's the front. And then you just add your sentiments and greetings. And you've got an easel card. And I'll show you some others that I made. This one is, I'm having so much fun with this paper. And then I die cut the circles with a sailboat and just cut the sailboats off and use those. And this is way down front, so it sits up straighter. And then I've got my sentiment on the inside. This one I used a shape for the front. Just used that picture and cut it out and put it on the front as the mat, so that the base card itself is part of the front. Added some stars for an evening sky. And here is your stopper. And again, it's down front closer. And whoops. And that's how this stays, excuse me. I also used a shape one. Whoops. Sticking together. I also used a shape one on this one too. I found this picture that I liked. So I cut it out. And this one I just did a short rim instead of doing halfway. I think I did an inch and a half so that it it leaves a lot more sky. And then there's my stopper. So there's lots of different ways you can do this card. And your basic thing is just to make sure you 3D your stopper, however you use it. See, this is a small rectangle, and it still stops as long as you use 3D. And then the last one, the sample I have, I went back and used the halfway mark for the score line. And again, I cut out some images from the paper. I used a 3D stopper. And that's how you get this one. And then I just added some greetings and the sentiment. So even if you've done this before, I hope you do some more. And sometimes we forget the old ones, and it's kind of fun to revisit. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.